Today, on Be Something Wonderful, how your desired self-concept is who you are and have always been. I am your host, Tom Kearin, and this is the Be Something Wonderful studio of higher consciousness, where we help you level up and become the best version of yourself. Creators, good morning and welcome back to the studios of Be Something Wonderful. Big video today. We have big videos, but this is really a big one. This particular creator shared her story and really a masterclass on what it means to collapse time and space and manifest instantly, manifest overnight, and what the whole idea of creating your ideal self-concept means. I'm going to talk about all of this today and more. Let me start out with some of the things that she said and wrote. We shared some emails and then we talked as well. Tom, for the first time, I understand deeply what you mean when you say do nothing. Just be. In other words, she was referring to trying to improve yourself, improve your reality, fix your self-concept, improve your self-concept, manifest changes out there in the physical manifested reality, trying to change things. It's never about improving, fixing, manifesting, or changing anything. And she said, I had a very real F it moment. And we laughed because I think I've referred to this, the F it method in other videos. But she just said, I had that moment where I just released everything. It was a sense of release, a sense of relief. She wasn't giving up on her desire. This had to do with a specific person and her imaginal scene of them getting married, her sort of getting swept off her feet and getting married. And it's been weeks of no contact and then a little contact, which she called breadcrumbs, right? And all of that. But she's no longer calling those breadcrumbs or no movement or things of that nature, right? Weeks of trying. And then she had her very real, what she said, her F it moment. Just F it. I am that perfect self-concept. I don't have to fix myself anymore. I don't have to improve myself. I don't have to change anything out there. I just got to stand in that knowing that I am that ideal me or self-concept. And then she said it was followed by my specific person whisking me away to a 5-star resort and proposing to me on the beach. She said it was my Hallmark imaginal scene. So grateful to Be Something Wonderful, BSW. She was referring to a few videos that I've talked about the Hallmark imaginal scene or the Hallmark method of creating. Creating that frame of reality, like those Hallmark movies. The perfect Hallmark movie. She just imagined herself being whisked away. Right? And that's what happened. She goes, and yes, it was perfect. Now I know it always is perfect. It always is perfect. Well, what happened here? Right? It seems overnight. It seems instant. But remember, it has nothing to do with time. Nothing to do with weeks of trying or months going by. Nothing to do with that. And nothing to do with happening so quickly after she decided to move into that, have that moment where she said, F it. Like an anomalous burst of energy that we've talked about, that Vadim Zeland talks about in reality transurfing. It was like that, right? It's always perfect. She had that F it moment. Screw it, is what she said. Followed by the Hallmark moment. Followed by being whisked away. It seemed instant. It seemed overnight. But remember, what's really happening? It doesn't happen in time, in space. It happens in your awareness. She opened up her awareness to see the reality that's always been there. A real masterclass. Remember, reality is always staring you in the face because you are reality. Right? She talked about this idea that unwanted conditions were always staring her in the face. No, reality is always staring you in the face. Those conditions are always changing because you are reality. It's just you. So let's talk about this idea today and more. Remember, it's never breadcrumbs and crickets. This is how she said, that was the story she said she used to tell. Right? Breadcrumbs and crickets. Imagining, or having that imaginal act, that Hallmark imaginal act. Right? Affirming it, assuming it. But in the meantime, telling a story that there's only breadcrumbs and crickets. Getting a little bit from her specific person, but then not hearing anything. Right? It's just a story of reality. It's not reality. Right? It's your incomplete seeing and partial perception of all that is and all that you are. Not giving an F, as she says, as she calls it, was like the anomalous burst of creative energy or source. Saying, here I am. Like Moses answering God, here I am. You seeing and becoming aware and more conscious of all that you are in the ideal reality that you desire that's already in front of you. That's already all around you. That's why it has this unfolding that feels like it's instant or overnight. That's just a concession to the idea of linear time and the 3D unfolding of it. But it's always instant. It's always there. She just opened up her seeing, the way, the door to everything she wanted, opened. Right? That incomplete seeing, that partial perception widened as she could see that reality. By moving to that idea, I'm not giving an F. In other words, already knowing that she's perfect, standing in the perfection of who she already is. Not trying to improve herself or trying to get her SP to propose to her. It was none of that. It was standing in the reality of already knowing that that alternative parallel reality and version of her is already exists, as I pointed to in some recent videos. What's your story? No matter how much you imagine and assume and affirm your new identity and reality, you are only ever experiencing, you are only ever seeing, you are only ever receiving and perceiving the story you are assuming and telling yourself and others about who you are in your reality. No matter how much she imagined, it felt like breadcrumbs and crickets. That was her inner story. That was her inner talking. That's all that she was seeing. That's powerful. When she said F it, right? That's it, F it. I am who I am. I'm perfect no matter what. Right? This is what she moved to. She opened the door. I am the door, as Scripture says. In the way. I am the way, as your I am awareness, Jesus said. To see, perceive, and embody that new identity and reality. It's an immediate embodiment of everything she wanted. Giving you that instant and overnight manifesting and creating experience. That's all that is, because time is just an idea. Time is an experience. Time is a space between events. You get to determine all of it. It's always instant, and it's always here and now. Right? Like the movie from The Chosen. She says, no matter what I'm thinking, feeling, seeing, in manifested circumstances and experience, I am who I say I am. The circumstances may not be perfect. The conditions may not be perfect. What I do and feel may not be perfect, but I am. Wow. And remember in that show, The Chosen, in that scene, as Jesus is making his way down, or right before he was going to make his way down to Jerusalem on the donkey, he says to his followers, to his disciples, to his apostles, no matter what happens, no matter what you see, feel, think, or do, in this world, I loved you as my own. In other words, you only need me, as he said at the healing at the pool of Bethesda and healing that paralyzed man. You only need me. I loved you as my own. You are mine. We are one. Right? It's always instant. It's always powerful. Nothing manifests in time. It manifests in awareness. And then you can create the experience or the idea of it taking time or happening instantly. But even the idea of instant manifestation is a concession to time, to an idea that things happen in time. Everything just is already potential within you for you to see, perceive, and receive as you move in awareness to that knowing that you're already it. And that's how she did it, right? That's powerful. So don't give up on your desires, or your imagining, or your affirming, or your assuming your desired reality. There's no need to give up on processes or anything like that. You are the process. Rather, let go of assuming you need to improve, you need to fix, you need to change who you are. Give that up. That's what she did when she said, F it. I'm giving all that up. Screw it, I'm giving it all up. Just say the word, not F. That's not the word. The word's I am. But in her case, it was F it, right? And be still and know that I am. I am what I desire and I want to be. Tell the story that the circumstances, your thoughts and feelings, and whatever you do or don't do in manifested reality may not be perfect, but I am. Hear this. No matter what the experience is, the manifested experience, no matter what the changing thoughts and feelings, the changing circumstances and things, right? The changing manifested reality, it may not be perfect. And no matter what you believe you did or didn't do, it may not be perfect, but I am. I am that ideal self-concept. That I am that desired identity and version of me already. That's why your ideal self-concept or version of you is who you are and have always been. So just say the word I am. Or in her case, F it, I'm done. I'm done with recognizing a reality, creating a reality or creating a perception or reflection. That's not my choice. That's not my desired end. And then she created that idea of instantly manifesting it, instantly moving to it. That's powerful. I am your host, Tom Kearin, and this is the Be Something Wonderful studio of higher consciousness, where we help you level up and become the best version of yourself. Creators, thank you. Thank you for being with me. Thank you for liking and sharing and commenting on the videos. Thank you for being part of our Facebook group, the ambassadors at facebook.com/groups/Be Something Wonderful, for joining us on Instagram and Twitter at Tom Kearin, TikTok at Be Something Wonderful, and for being part of our membership channel. We just released a powerful video on the membership channel yesterday. We also had a live stream on Sunday, this past Sunday, and we have another live stream scheduled, I believe, for mid-month. That will be announced soon. We're gonna try to make them more frequent on the Be Something Wonderful membership channel. If you're a member, join us. If you're not a member, check out the link below. Creators, with great love, with great light and infinite gratitude, this is Tom Kearin here in the studios of Be Something Wonderful. Until next time, we'll see you soon.